A Minnesota state lawmaker and her husband were killed, and another politician and his wife seriously hurt in a politically motivated assassination after a madman who had "No Kings" flyers and posed as a police officer turned up at their homes overnight and opened fire, authorities said. Former Democratic House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark, were gunned down in their Brooklyn Park home around 2 a.m., while Senator John Hoffman and his wife were injured in a similar shooting at their home just 5 miles away, authorities said. The killer is still on the loose despite exchanging gunfire with officers who responded to Hortman's home and briefly cornered him inside, though he left behind a manifesto listing the names of other politicians and a stack of papers stating "No Kings" in reference to the nationwide anti-Trump protests. The gunman first arrived at Hoffman's Brooklyn Park home just outside Minneapolis, leaving the couple seriously hurt before moving on to Hortman's house, officials said. After responding to Hoffman's home, Brooklyn Park police notified their counterparts in nearby Champlin, where Melissa Hortman, 55, resides, alerting them to check on the lawmaker, Police Chief Mark Bruley said at a Saturday news conference. When they arrived at Melissa's house, they noticed that there was a police vehicle in the driveway with the emergency lights on and what appeared to be a police officer at the door coming out of the house, Bruley said, adding that the suspect was wearing a vest, a badge, and other equipment, such as a taser, very similar to mine. When our officers confronted him, the individual immediately fired upon the officers, who exchanged gunfire, and the suspect retreated back into the home. He continued, "It was not a real police officer. This is someone that clearly had been impersonating a police officer who uses the trust of this badge and this uniform to manipulate their way into the home." The suspect managed to flee, said authorities, who called the shootings targeted. Melissa Hortman was declared dead at the scene. Her husband, Mark, was initially alive as police entered the home, but died as first responders tried to deliver life-saving measures. The couple had 2 children. The Hoffmans, who were each pumped with multiple bullets, were rushed into surgery and are in stable condition, officials said. Waltz called the shootings an unspeakable tragedy and said the incident appears to be a politically motivated assassination. Just 5 days before the murders, Hortman faced intense criticism for voting to cut access to state health benefits for illegal immigrants in Minnesota. She was the only Democrat to side with Republicans, providing the GOP with the carrying vote. Waltz indicated he intends to sign the measure when it lands on his desk. U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar said she was heartbroken and horrified by Hortman's death.